Once again, I welcome you all, class 12 students, in a new video lecture on the topic integration of state. In today's video section, I will explain about how Junagadh and Kashmir was integrated in Indian Union. As we know that at the time of independence we had 65 princely states, but most of them were ready to integrate with Indian Union, but few of them have some problems and they don't want to integrate with the Indian Union. One of them was Junagadh. Today, first we will see Junagadh, then Kashmir. Junagadh is located in the southwestern end of Gujarat. So the Arabian Sea stood between it and Pakistan. The state had an overwhelming Hindu population. When we are talking about the population of the state, it was majority of Hindus. Most of its citizens were Hindu, and who wants to become the part of Indian Union. On August 15, 1947, the ruler of the state, Nawab of Junagadh, Manbhar Khanji, as he declared that he is going to become the part of Pakistan, and Pakistan also confirmed the acceptance of the accession in September 1947, and India told that this accession is not legitimate. In Indian point of view, this was not legitimate step. The Indian point of view was that since Junagadh was a state with a predominantly Hindus population, it should be a part of India. Additionally, since the state was encircled by the Indian territory, it should have been a part of India. Both reason was that, एक तो कारण था क्या कि वहाँ पे हिंदुओं का पॉपुलेशन काफ़ी अधिक था, एज वेल एज जूनागढ़ जो है वो कम्प्लीटली इंडिया के टेरिटरी के द्वारा सराउंडेड था. तो दैट्स वाई इंडियन गवर्नमेंट सेकिंग दैट जूनागढ़ शुड बी इंटीग्रेट विथ इंडियन यूनियन. So Indian politicians also started that by giving Pakistan a predominantly Hindu region to govern the basis of two-nation theory was it contradict the two-nation theory. So but the Pakistani point of view was that since Junagadh had a ruler who chose to accede to Pakistan, he should be allowed to do so. Having a coastline could maintain maritime links with Pakistan. Additionally, Pakistani stated that the two-nation theory did not necessarily mean a clear division of land or absolute transfer of population, as the sheer magnitude of such a proceeding would wreak havoc upon countless millions. So here it is needless to say, neither of the two states were able to resolve the issue amicably, and it only added fuel to already changed environment. So the Sardar Patel, who was the Home Minister of India, felt that if Junagadh was permitted to go to Pakistan, it would create a communal unrest across Gujarat. The government of India, Pakistan gave time to void the accession and go to Pakistan. It would create. The government of India gave Pakistan time to void the accession and hold a plebiscite in Junagadh to preempt any violence in Gujarat, and the Nawab of Junagadh, he fled to Pakistan, and a plebiscite was taken place there, and the most of the population they voted to integrate along with the Indian Union. So we see that in short we can say that Junagadh was a princely state in Gujarat. Its ruler was Muslim Nawab Muhammad Mahabat Khan III. But 80% of population of the princely state was Hindu. Nawab wanted to join the domination of Pakistan. Patel combined diplomacy with the force, demanding that Pakistan and, and the accession and that Nawab acceded to India. He sent the army to occupy three principalities of Junagadh to show his resolve. By this way, Sardar Patel taking action and he he forced or he worked for merger of Junagadh. The second problem which we will see today, that the merger of Kashmir. When we go through the location of Kashmir, we can see that Kashmir is a border state, and due to this bordering location, we can see there was, and here another problem, that most of the population in the Kashmir were Muslims, and the ruler of Kashmir, Maharaja Hari Singh, was a Hindu ruler. But here I want to mention, as you know, that the Nawab was the ruler of Kashmir. He was not ready to merge in Indian Union that time, so he don't want to become the part of either India or Pakistan. He want to remain independent. So on 22nd October 1947, a rebellious citizen from the western district of the state, Pashtuns tribal man from the northwest frontier provinces of the Pakistan, invaded the state backed by Pakistan. तो 1947 में एक इन्वेशन हुआ कश्मीर पे, और यही वो समय था when राजा हरि सिंह asked Indian government for assistance. The Maharaja initially fought back but appealed to assistance of India, but India asked them to sign instrument of accession. It was a time when Indian government forced him to sign the instrument of accession. And how after Hari Singh signed instrument of accession, and after Sheikh Abdullah. Who was Sheikh Abdullah? Sheikh Abdullah was the father of Farooq Abdullah and the grandfather of Umar Abdullah. He was the tallest leader of National Conference of Kashmir. Assented Indian accepted the merger of Jammu and Kashmir to India. So Maharaja Hari Singh signed the instrument of accession. India then sent into the force of Kashmir, while Pakistan sent military aid to troops aiding Azad Kashmir movement. And from that time we can see that the India and Kashmir both are facing many problems. And here I want to tell you from the Indian point of view that some parts of India is captured by the Pakistan, which is known as Pak occupied Kashmir. So whereas the Indian Independence Act 1947 provides that from the 15th day of August 1947 there shall be set up independent dominion known as India, and the Government of India Act 1935 shall be such omission, addition, adoption and modification as the Governor General may be ordered by applicable to Dominion of India. And whereas the Government of India Act 1935 as so adopted by the Governor General provides that Indian state acceded to Dominion of India by an instrument of accession executed by the ruler. Therefore, now Therefore, it was the action was taken to integration. Here I want to say that the integration was very important from the Indian point of view. If we can, a nation cannot tolerate or cannot become free when the small principalities in the within the territory of a country declare itself independent, or it declare to remain associated with the neighboring country which is completely against the country. That's why the integration of Junagadh and Kashmir was very much necessary. That's and from that time, and due to that integration process, Jammu and Kashmir has got Article 370. We all know, and this 370 is scrapped last year, and now the Jammu and Kashmir is completely under the government of Indian Parliament, because before this the Jammu and Kashmir has some special privilege under Article 370. So we will see in the next chapter when we will study the next topic. Today we have to explain only how Jammu and Kashmir become the part of India and Junagadh become the part of India. That's all for today. Thank you.